Hi you guys, welcome back from spring break. What we're gonna get into for math now is tape diagrams. But first we're gonna do something a little bit differently. So if you guys can go ahead and take out a piece of paper. On your piece of paper, you're gonna put your name and the date in the top right-hand corner. You can also put which math teacher you're with. So if you're with Miss Warren, put Miss Warren in the period that you have her for math. If you're with me, then just put Miss Dudley and period 7, okay? And then you're gonna put the title of the lesson and you're gonna write your work. You're going to submit your work, so you'll take a picture of your work and you'll submit it to our Google Classroom. That's how we're gonna do it from now on. We'll see how that works out and go from there, okay? So our lesson for this week is going to be tape diagrams. We're gonna be learning about tape diagrams. Tape diagrams are a really cool tool for representing quantities. So take a look at this equation right here. We have 1 plus 3 equals 4. If I want to represent this tape diagram, or if I want to represent this equation using a tape diagram, then I could write it like this. This section represents 1. This section represents 3. And this whole thing equals 4. Okay? So this is a tape diagram. The 1 shows one part of the quantity. The 3 shows the quantity 3. Oop, that is a terrible arrow. And of course the 4 shows the whole diagram and the total quantity. So 1 plus 3 equals 4, the entire diagram together. Okay? Let's go ahead and work out one of the problems. I want you guys to go ahead and try this one out. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. If you want to go ahead and pause the video at this part and try this out on your own, go ahead and try it out on your own, and then we'll work it out together. Okay, so again, if you want to, you can go ahead and pause. If not, we're going to go ahead and keep going. So for this tape diagram, we have 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 is one of the parts, 3 is the other part, and 5 is our total. So we're going to draw our tape diagram. We've got 2, 3, and this whole thing equals 5. We want to take it a step further and we want to show the parts. So right here, this is one of the quantities. 2, right here, this is the other quantity. And right here, 5 is showing the total quantity. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. We did some addition problems right now. Let's go ahead and try. Well, not quite yet. Let's go ahead and continue on with addition problems. We'll eventually get to multiplication, but let's go ahead and throw that variable in there, okay? So now we have x plus 5 equals 8. Again, if you want to work this out on your own, go ahead and pause the video and try and write it out on your paper. See if you get the correct answer. Draw the tape diagram. And we know that x plus 5 is going to equal 8. So this shows one part, the other part, when added together, we get the whole. All right, so this next question is going to ask for you to write an algebraic expressions for this tape diagram. So I'm going to give you the tape diagram, and I want you to write the algebraic expression. So if we have x and 8, is 10. How can we write that algebraic expression? You could write this one way by saying x plus 8 equals 10. How can you write this another way though? Is there another way that we can write this? We can look right here at the total, and we can say 10 minus one of these two. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say the variable. Minus x equals 8. See if you can do two more ways on how to write an expression, an algebraic expression for this tape diagram up here. All right, so here's another problem. We've got x, x, and x equals 12. So there's multiple ways that we can write this one. We can use x, and how many times do we see it here? 1, 2, and 3. So we can do x times 3 equals 12. That is one algebraic expression we can write for this. If you want to make it easy, you can go ahead and just say x plus x plus x equals 12. Are there other ways that we can write this? Go ahead and try it out yourself. See if you can write this with using one more algebraic expression. All right, you guys, so this problem, when you look at it, I know at first you're probably thinking, what in the world is Miss Dudley and Miss Warren giving us? This is one of those where you guys see it and you instantly get scared of it. Don't let that happen. See, what this problem reminds me of when I see this, I see two problems right here. This kind of reminds me of distributive property. We've already done distributive property in our classes before. So this first one, same thing. The only thing that we're doing is we're writing the equation out, okay? So we have x how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can do x times 5. And then this last one, we add it to it. So x times 5 plus 10, okay? Look at the second one. These all have the same thing. So all we need to do is 5 times x plus 2. Now, if I wanted to plug in any number for x in both of these equations, it will always equal y because these equations are equivalent. So let's try it. If I tried any number, I'm gonna do 2. So say x is 2, okay? Oops. Say x equals 2, right? I'm gonna do 2 times 5 plus 10. Remember, we need to make sure that we do the order of operations when we're solving situations like this or equations like this. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 10 equals 20. So y would equal 20 plugged into this first equation up here. If I want to take the second equation, I'm going to use x equals 2 again and do 5 times x plus 2. Remember, again, order of operations. We've got PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, addition and subtraction from left to right. First things first, we need to go ahead and do what's inside the parentheses. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay? And this will work, these equations will work for any number that you plug in for x. All right, you guys, so now that we finished up our lesson on tape diagrams for today, what we need you guys to do is go ahead and go onto your Google Classroom and complete the independent work for tape diagrams number 1. If you have any questions or anything that you need help with, please reach out to myself or Miss Warren, and we will be more than happy to help you guys out. Thank you.